Hello everybody, welcome back to 7th Gear Racing for Tier 3 tonight at the Temple of Speed. This is one to look forward to, always a very good race round here. Lots of overtaking opportunities down the main straights of course, and qualifying is sunny, but we have the famous rain rumour in the race maybe. And if it's anything like yesterday, we're in for a treat with if you missed that one around Brazil for Tier 2, you can check that on our YouTube channel, 7th Gear Racing, just search that. That was definitely a 7GR classic, but we focus on Tier 3 tonight, where it's very, very tight at the top. We've got Hodge Porter on 96 points is leading the championship, and then Paul 3 points behind on 93 points. He's had 4 podiums in a row, has Paul, to put himself in the title contention. And then last week's winner, R.L. Lenny, is also put himself in contention with that victory at Singapore. He's a further 10 points back on 83 points. And Shane Toto isn't here tonight because he was also in the title hunt, just a point behind Lenny. Well, it's very, very competitive here in Tier 3, as Leons is now starting his first flying lap. Goes down the chicane very nicely. Come past Curve Grande. This is the apex slightly on the second part of the chicane there. And the Lesmo, and then on to the second DRS straight, heading into Ascari. We've got a few people looking like they might try out the mediums, and again, why not, because 14 car grid, it's very possible. How is Leon's very aggressive or not into Ascari? That last curb catches a lot of people, sends you in the door, but Lance did that very, very nice. The first time of the night will be a 1:21.3 from Leon's. Winter Cookout has abandoned his lap, had a spin, and so has Scotty. So Fusion Gamer then will be the next one. There we go, 1:21.0. No Tier 3 pole record, of course, being the first season for Tier 3. The Tier 2 record, I'm not sure what it is after the update. I don't think we'll race around here in the after update, but it's a 19.3 from our winners. But I don't think we'll get anywhere near that today. Actually, pre-update and being extra tier below. So championship leader then crosses the line and start his out lap. Jay Hudson on the medium tyre. We'll see how he gets on. A lot of people abandoned their laps on their first out on that, so quite interesting. Oh, and Jay actually nearly invalidated that, but keeps his time. 22.9 on the mediums. Lenny, oh no, it's Leon's coming into the pits. Game up probably coming in, invalidated anyway. So we'll go back to Pudgy Porter then. Come around the Lesmo corners now. See what he can do. He's he's on a hot lap, but he's either forgotten to turn on the hot lap, it was ERS, or he made a mistake early on and just gearing up for the next one. Also in action tonight we have a double head of esports action. We've got the Academy Racing and the Flex Tournament, and also the main team racing in the WERC. We'll have a quick check on that in a minute. Bears Podgy. There we go. Nice. If he did set himself up for the next one, he definitely is not on the hot lap there after that. Did a 124, but no ERS activated. So Lenny looks like he's just starting his lap a little bit. And Dan's is on AI, which is not permitted. Comes off it now. But he's could have caused Lenny some time there. Hopefully it didn't affect him too much. That was Lenny's first ever win in SimGR last week in Singapore. Very good drivers. Good battle between him and Kuninch. Before Kuninch spinning out late on when potentially there for the win. So here comes Lenny then. And he goes P3 with a 22.2. Next Scots line will win a cookout, but he has invalidated. What about Stingers then on the medium tyre? Let's see how he does. It's 26.0. Next will be the McLaren of Dylan, and first time coming out, he's invalidated his lap. He'll be gearing up for another one now. Kunich is out. Invalidated his lap. His teammate Scotty then, P3 for him, 21.9. That Paul coming around the last corner he's on the medium, but this is not a good lap, so geared up for another one. Mercedes. Next, Act Flusher, the big headline of last night, the winner in Tier 2 of the dramatic race goes P5, 22.5 for him. Looking for 2 wins in a row in a week. There we go, championship leader gets a good lap in the end, 21.6 for him. Fusion Gamer still clear of these guys. Dan's man goes P5, and he comes in now. And we go on that Flasher, who's doing some rallying out there. Hopefully the two Ferraris wasn't on a lap. Doesn't look like the honest Paul was. What's going on here? Okay, then let's check in on. Nope, Stinger's geared up for another one. Can he just come in? Scotty, did he go for another one? Nope, he's coming as well. So I don't think anyone is on a hot lap. Maybe Dylan. Dylan's not on a good one if he is. He's coming in. So what about? No, I don't think anyone's on a hot lap now. Right, just checking up on the stuff. There we go, Stinger's on a lap now, he's 2 seconds up. Only 2 seconds, he's done a 26.0 for his first lap. he is not going to complete that one. Poe coming around and start his lap, then it's the two Ferraris next. Oh, Jay Hutchison will be the first one, but he has invalidated. What about Paul? Did not set a first good lap. Gets a little tail of his teammate. So here he comes, approach the line. This is going to be a better lap. It is 22.7. Goes P8. Takes the runoff area, which is also not allowed. Took my eye off, so I don't know if he avoided anyone, but cannot cut corners in qualifying in order to save tyres. So we're going to sector 3 then. Let's see who is on a lap. Out lap. Poe then, it will be the next one. Coming through with Sky now. And looks like he's backed up. So quite a few guys struggling to get a decent lap in. Paul is on a flight. Well, I say he's on a flight. Just cut that corner a minute ago. 4 seconds up. Jay Hutchison. Can he not invalidate this one? But he does. He was up on his time. Unfortunately invalidated, so Winter Cookout will be the next one to cross the line. Yes, Fresh, you are late by a long way. So here comes Winter Cookout then, and he is going to set a 1:21.6. Not too bad a lap. Two McLarens are next. Dylan invalidated as he's given his teammate a tow. And starting his lap. So Kranich, Poe and Dylan will not set the lap yet. Scotty will be the next one, but he has invalidated, so maybe Lions. Nope, he's in sector 2, so this will be Lenny then. Here's 2 tenths up. Here we go, and Lenny goes P5, 21.7. Post. What's happening here? Lots of cars going very slow. Impede anyone. So Lyon's currently P2. Next one across the line, he's up on his time. Can he challenge Fusion Gamer? Oh, not quite. He had a bad third sector. And does improve his time, but only by just about half a tenth. Dylan then, did he set a dive? Dan, sorry, goes P3. Dylan just behind, who was in lap, I think. He started another lap. Gets a lap in at least, 28.8. That's a cool down one. Fusion Gamer is coming out again, so let's see. Lenny. Let's see if he's up. I don't know. No, he's coming in. 2 Avataris next. Pudgy's on L. That's a Stingers onto the softs now. Goes 2 seconds quicker, but doesn't move anywhere. Mercedes next. Poe. Act Flash first. Does not improve. Poe is coming again. Just not getting a good lap in. And looks like Pete's leaving it 1 shot wonder again. Pull onto the soft tyres now. Starting a lap. Well, we're doing on boards. With Paul. Currently in contention for the title. Yellow flag. I think it's AlphaTauri spinning off in sector 2. Fusion Gamer goes faster, 20.6, as we're checking the football scores. Just seeing who has scored. This is look, a decent lap from Paul. And he goes P4. So winter cookout on the out lap. Let's get back to this race here. Jay Hutchison is what happened there? And there's no idea what happened there. He was like stuck or something. Revving up that car. So yeah, Kaninch is finally come out, leaving it all down to this one lap. Who has a win here? Trying to find the right word. Poe has now starting another lap. Fusion Gamer is done for the day. Pretty happy with his time, and if that's anything to go by, it's going to be a nice easy win for Fusion Gamer. But top 3 are all done now. They cannot improve. Paul is on an in lap, so he can't improve. So winter cookout. See the next one to challenge for top. Looking decent, and goes P4, 121.4. Kunich and takes P4. Just pips winter cookout. So Scotty and Lenny and Jay Hutchison, Poe all out on laps at the minute. Can Scotty do anything about his P9? He's coming in. Poe yet to set a lap. What's he gonna do? First valid time of the night for Poe is going to put in P6. That's not too bad. So just Lenny and Jay Hutchison left. Jay Hutchison first. He goes P10. Lenny goes P5. Decent lap there from Lenny. So, well, apart from Fusion Gamer who got pole position, that was a very close qualifying. It's only a couple tenths from P2 down to way down to P8. So there we go, so 20 seconds left. Fusion Gamer on pole by a fair long way. Leon second, Dan's third, Kunich fourth, Lenny fifth, Whittaker 6th, Poe 7th, Paul 8th, Podgy 9th, Jay Hutchison 10th, Scott 11th, Flasher 12th, Dylan 13th, and Stingers is at the back of the grid on 14th. Well, that's so I'm gonna have Little break. Mixed fruit Kopberg. Why not? It's very sunny for the start of the race, but I have seen the weather forecast. It shouldn't rain, but if we have a few safety cars, we could see a few drops as someone's actually readied up, so someone's in trouble. Sorry, that was Dan's who ready up. But there we go. Lenny has gone for a break and is going to come back with very cold tyres. And then we get disqualified. So let's have a look at tyres. And only Dylan and Stinger's on the mediums, which is probably right around here. The softs. I mean, there's a safety car. You could probably just whack on mediums all the way to the end because tyre wear is not so bad round here. It's definitely possible to do an early pit stop on mediums. So the game says lap 11 to 13 Vsauce will last before they go onto the mediums, which is just about half the race. Hopefully Lenny is back in time. And so I was just going to check, see if that was how many Fusion poles Fusion Gamer's got. So that was its fourth one. But no win for Fusion Gamer and only one podium to his name. So despite that, despite 3 previous poles, he's only turned one of them into a podium. So we now line up. Lenny is going to get a not a good start with them cold tyres. So here we go, and to round off the week. Now that's a very quick lights out, and it's away we go. We'll keep an eye on Lenny, see what happens. Paul is past Poe already, but it's a decent start from Fusion Gamer, and also a decent start from Dan. So he's going to go for a move on Lions. I can hear the contact. Jay Hutchinson has retired. So it sounds like a lot of collisions with VSC. Looks like Dylan is round as well at the back here. What happened to Jay Hutchinson, I do not know. Podgy got a 5-second penalty for severe collision with Pete. Trying to look who's got damaged. Turn 1 is always a bit dodgy. Paul has damage to his front wing. As we are back underway. Fusion Gamer 1.5 second lead already. Winter Cookout's having a little look on Dan's mans. And also Act Flasher trying a little switch back. Run out of room. Whoa, who's that going wide? There we go, Lenny. Good save. I don't know how he managed to keep it out of the wall. As Podgy passes Scotty up to P8. Stinger's also trying to get past Paul, who has that wing damage. Hackflasher also into the pits. So just them two have damage. Dylan will continue. Winter Cookout does get past Dan's man. It looks like he might lose a place to Lenny here as well. It looks like Dylan has gone off again at turn 1. He's struggling with the curves, it looks like. Side by side they go into corner, and there we go. Dan man takes too much curve, but he's not going to get a very good exit and has to concede that position to Lenny. Very wide there, so I know he's got wing damage. No, it looks okay, but Nate puts into the wall as Kunich takes full advantage, and he is up to P5 now. Podgy will be closed in. Next, a 2-second gap. Future Gamer has it. And there we go. That was not a good exit for Podgy, because Scotty is better than ERS. He's going to go for a move in the power rocket. And he gets that move done. Up to P7. Fusion Gamer is flying out there. Lenny. DRS is enabled this lap, and Lenny's just on the cusp. He's burned the ARS to try and make sure he gets in the DRS, because it is going to be crucial as Podgy gets passed back. Scotty into turn 1. So DRS will be active on the second main straight. Looks like Lenny just don't have the pace to keep up with sub 3, or does he? It's a good. No, not quite. Not quite. So Pete, Dan's, Podgy, Poe, Scotty all in the DRS train. Oh, what's happening there? Scotty just forgot to turn. So Scotty not in that DRS anymore. So Lenny vulnerable at the front of this DRS. Well, actually, in fact, Lenny has now got up to win the cookout in the Ascari. There's a yellow flag. Podgy has spun out. The championship leader has spun out on the exit of Ascari. And also the other championship contender Paul at the back of the grid at the minute. So it could open things up tonight if it stays like this. And then he closes him, but he's got that no ERS to play with. We used to all to get into that DRS zone. Podgy has damage from that incident, so he will be on to the mediums now to the end maybe. Here we go, DRS enabled once again. Winter Cookout is actually closed in on Lance. He has the DRS, so you could see a good battle coming up for P2. Kidditch playing the long game, got plenty of DRS, just playing, being smart. Poe is in the DRS range of Dan's, but he has no ERS, so wouldn't expect a move from him. This gap now 3.5 seconds, and now Leon will be under pressure from Winter Cookout. No, he's struggling to keep in that DRS zone. Dan's gonna push a little bit harder to make sure he's not in that, if he wishes. So down the field, Paul sets the fastest lap on the fresh sauce. Quick spy switch for the sauce. Could have gone. Well, tried to go long for the mediums. What do you call that? Bringing up the rear. As here we go again. So when the cookout not close enough. Any other moves doesn't look like it. When the cookout might have a good run here. Now this seems to be the only battle on track at the minute, so here we go. Winter Cookout is very close and we should expect a move here unless there's a safety car because Dylan has spun out on Ascari. And Leons is weaving a little bit too much for my liking, but Winter Cookout goes some dive down the outside and makes a little contact on the way through. Lenny might take advantage, and he has, and also Pete's going to have a good run. So Lion's losing out. 3 positions there. Or maybe 2 because he's trying to fight this back. Kunich has the inside line. And Lions concedes that. He will not be too happy with Winter Cookout there. If he did make unfair contact, but from my angle it looked okay. Plus Lions was a little bit weavy on the straight, so when the Cookout couldn't really decide what line to go for. But he's still on this DRS train, so there's no panic just yet for Lions. It is now 5 seconds to the front of Future Gamer, who is just cruising at it. So here comes Lenny closing in, but it won't be close enough. Lions get DRS because he's fallen back on that straight. Oh, he's hit the curve, now that's going to cost him a few tenths. And now he's dropped out of the DRS and Poe gets past Dan's. Out of the exit of turn 2 up to P6. We're on board with Pete to get the best view of this battle. And Lenny make a move on the Winter Cookout. Not yet, but he could try down the main DRS straight. As Future Game picks up a 3-second time penalty, so the gap's now nearly 6 seconds. But it's a bit of unnecessary pressure on himself. So there we go. Can Lenny get close? He's gone a bit wide. He's closing in. He's using the ERS. Ain't got much of it. There he goes. He's going to try around the outside, but the Cookout blocks it off and defends for this lap. Dan's Man and Poe still having this battle. Dan's Man need to burn some ERS just to keep in the DRS. Decides not to. Because he's hit that orange curb and hit them both, and he's spun out. And lucky he's a ghost. That battle has now ended, and he will drop down to P9. Game at still 6 seconds in the lead, and that could be another warning. So he's actually putting a lot of pressure on himself. Lenny picks up a penalty. So nearly gets a good run on Winter Cookout. Just give me 1 second while I just check in and see how the boys are doing. So not a very good exit, but here comes Kunich down the inside already. Past Lenny, did not get a very good exit there. Now Kunich will set his sights on Winter Cookout. As mentioned, his DRS management has been good so far. Poe closing down Lions. Lions really struggling out there now. He's going backwards for sure. Of course, that's another fastest lap. So we'll go back to Kunich, see if he can make a move here. Not best of exits, but again, Kunich not using any ERS, just playing it safe. And you'd be waiting for this DRS zone. Very close to Winter Cookout. We could see Kunich up to P2 here. He's got a good record around here, a few podiums, a win. And he is up to P2 now, easy as you like. Breezes past Winter Cookout. And then he just be oh, hang on. Was that a bit of contact in the front from Winter Cookout on Kunich? But Kunich has gone very wide. Not Kunich, Winter Cookout has gone very wide. Anyway, into the second turn, into the gravel, and then he up to, into the podium's position. Quick glance at that, I think Winter Cookout broke a bit too late, trying to defend that a bit too aggressively. It looked like Pete's corner as he goes past. And Cookout down to 4th now. Also, Lynch can spread his wings a little bit now. Lenny's not quite in the DRS. It looks like Kunich didn't get a very good exit, but Lenny hit that curve, which is very risky. He's got in back in the DRS of Kunich in front. Poe's swung back, and here we go. Here come the pit stop. Lenny and Winter Cookout into the pits. So is Poe. Potentially going for the undercut. We have a yellow flag. Is that Stink? Is that Podgy not having a great race at all here? But he did message me before the race that he's not feeling the best. So Winter Cookout, Poe, Dan, Lenny all into the pits. Can they potentially get the undercut on Kunich? So we'll see where these guys come out. Lowndes is been passed by Poe, but he'll try and fight. Lenny gets past Act Flasher on the fresh mediums. Does not want to be held up by these guys at all. Paul is only a second behind now, but of course he had that early pit stop and we'll have to pit again. Slightly onto the hard time. No need for hards around here. Fusion Gamer, the leader, comes into the pits, and Kunich will take the lead of the race. So mediums for Fusion Gamer. As you expect, Sting is up to P3 now, who has not pitted. And he might get... no, he will not get ahead of Fusion Gamer. So is Lenny's. Where's oh, Winter Cookout was in the battle as well. He's what's happened here? Winter Cookout has made a lot of time on Lenny, They're both pitted at the same time. I must have missed something. Because Lenny has dropped a good, nearly 5 seconds. Maybe Lenny had a 5-second stop and go or something. But I missed what happened there. So that Flasher is on the back of Lenny, but he's struggling to keep up. We'll check in on the race leader, see if he comes in. Yes, he will. Stingers has retired on the exit Scary, and hang on a minute, Fusion Gamer has spun out as well, so I don't know if there's contact between the two. Fusion Gamer is still going, and we have a full safety car, so this has worked out very nicely for Kinich, especially with Fusion Gamer having that moment there, whatever happened. And is Kuninch going to take the lead of the race? It's going to be close. I think he's got it. He's got to get the acceleration on. It's going to be close. Oh, it's neck and neck. I think. Oh, Kuninch just got it. Just got it. And the exit of the pit line. What am I saying? The pit lane exit line is where you have to slow down. See the position, looks like Kinich was just ahead maybe. So it worked out very nicely for him. It was very close, but now Kinich has a net P1. Well, he's P1, not net anymore. He's actually got a Fusion Gamer got a penalty as well. So at this stage of the race, it's looking very good for Pete. Winner Cookout is P3. Poe has managed to get up to P4. Lions is P5. Lenny down P6. Dan's man P7. That Flasher on to the softs now. He started on the mediums, I believe. Well, I hope so. Otherwise, that's a big mistake. Let's just double check that. Oh, he has been on the mediums. So that's actually not a bad choice. And then if I was Paul, Scotty and Podgy now, well, maybe Podgy's a bit too far behind. You want to catch up the pack before safety car comes in. But if I was Scotty and Paul, I would just go in again and get the softs on to the end. Just a free pit stop. You're only going to lose 1 or 2 positions, if that. You can easily gain them back. We'll see if anyone does that. And yet, Paul is doing exactly that. I don't know if he's listening to the commentary, but there we go. Scotty has stayed out, so Paul will be coming back onto the softs. And these will definitely last the end, without a doubt. And he will be quicker than all the cars ahead. Flasher is also on his strategy. So, the safety car is what this race needed to spice things up. Podgy is the last to catch up, then he's just about going to get in, catch up just in time. Unless the safety car decides to stay out another lap. So Podgy is back in this race, looking at some decent points, potentially. Right then, let's see what's going on then. Kinch leads the pack. Civ car will be in his lap. Fusion Gamer definitely has the pace. You just got to keep this patient. You don't want to go too aggressive and potentially ruin his race, because he's already shown if he keeps up his pace that he has shown already, he will win this race despite that 3 seconds. He was pulling away by quite a bit. Winter Cookout in third, Poe up to fourth, as now Knitsch really slows down the back. Lions P5, Lenny P6, Dan so P7, Ackflasher on the soft tyres on the watch. Scotty P9, Paul also on the watch on the sus, and then Podgy will bring up the rear. So here we go, and the wind will send them. Here we go, sends him now. He hasn't got the best of jumps. It looks like Fusion Gamer could potentially go for an early move here. I'd say he doesn't want to be too aggressive. He's gone for it. He's committed, and he makes a bit of contact. There's a lot of smoke at the back, a lot of locking up. There we go. That is why you don't want to be too aggressive straight off the bat. And Winter Cookout has taken full advantage, and up to P1 now. Future Gamer losing out down to P3. Oh, up to P8. Someone's had to take the bumpy road. I don't know who that was. Ackflasher on the back of Lenny. Knitsch potentially going for a move on Winter Cookout. They're both burning. Knitsch will back out of that one. Lenny falling off the pace a little bit, a second behind Ackflasher, and Paul B on his tail. Podgy up to P10. Looks like Dan's man had a mistake through a Scary. A Fusion Game makes another move. A Parabolica. Oh, he's got the move done, but he's run out of ERS, and Knitsch is going to fight back, is he? It's, like I said, there's still 10 laps to go of this race, and there's no need to be too aggressive. He's even being aggressive on Winter Cookout, and he's spun him round. That is not good from Fusion Gamer at all. Well, he's now in the lead of this race, but Poe taking advantage up to second. It's definitely the stewards have something to say. It's a bit of dodgy braking from Poe. Knitsch somehow avoided it. It's getting a bit messy out here. Lenny has made contact with Knitsch. Has he got damage? Don't think so. Ackflasher now up to 5th. Paul up to 6th now. So 2 soft runners charging through the field. Paul might be going for a move there. Podgy up to 8th now. Lions has some damage. It looks like he's pitted. Ackflasher picks up another 3 second. Paul's got a brilliant run, and that's a lovely move by Paul up to P5. See if Ackflasher will try and fight back down the inside. He concedes that. And Lenny did get damage from that, so he's into the pit. So Paul looking to gain some decent points on the championship leader. Knitsch on the back of Poe. Poe takes a bit too much curb. Winter Cookout's had a spin. He's very unlucky not to be up there. Sure, Fusion Gamer will hold his hands up to that one, but it definitely was not good. So DRS is enabled now. Clinch will be looking to pass Poe because he has got Paul hot on his tail on these soft tyres. McFlesher not too far behind either. 2.5 second gap to Scotty, but Dan's going for a move down the inside. Nice move there from the McLaren. And straight lines over that curb, and that is not good at all. You do not want to do that. I mean, that curb is not good at the best time, let alone straight line right across it. That is not going to end very well. So down to 10 drivers now. And Paul sets the fastest lap of the race. Kinich going for a move down the outside of Poe for P2. And he is back in second place. That is how you do it. Paul didn't quite get the DRS, but looks like he will this turn. Winner could go into the pits again. Oh, and Podgy over the big orange curve. Might lose the position to Scotty. Scotty backs out. So the gap is nearly 2 seconds to Fusion Game up, but I reckon he has potentially, well, now 6 seconds because he has now got another penalty, and Kinich is definitely the favourite now. I'm sure Stimwoods will potentially give Fusion Gamer another time penalty as well, I would have thought. No moves in turn 1, Scotty on the back of Podgy Porter. Paul closing in on Pete. Is sticking to the back, so I'm just catching up with some chat from eSports. Scotty also on the back of Podgy looking to make a move, very close, should get the move here, and does so, up to P6 for Scotty. That Podgy might get him back on the next DRS straight. Gap not getting bigger for Fusion Game at the front. So Paul is looking at a P2 here potentially. Well, maybe the win. Of course, when Fusion Gamer has that time penalty. So basically, Clinch has the lead of this race as things stands. Poe is looking at a podium here, which I do not believe he has one to his name. But he's got Act Flasher behind him on the soft tyres, but both have penalties, the two Mercedes. It looks like a mistake there from Paul, and a mistake from Poe, and he has conceded that position to his teammate. Goes for a move straight away. I don't know if Act Flasher let him pass there, or they're working together as a team, or something like that. But that's a decent move if it was a genuine one. Yeah, just check. No podiums at Poe, and he could be on 4-1. So Podgy did get packed past Scotty, which I missed that one. So can Paul get any closer to Peter, or is he playing the long game, waiting until the end? Doesn't look like it could burn in the ERS. He wants the move done this lap, and looks like he's going to take the inside line, and is easily pass, but Finch going to break a bit later. Tries to stick it round the outside and has the inside line for the next one. Good race between the two, but Paul has the traction and gets P2. Good move, good racing there from these two. 2 seconds down the road, it's Akflasher with his teammate. Kinich might have another go here. Does not. Waits for the DRS. Not using any ERS. You have the ERS advantage over Paul, so that could be key in this battle. Poe is now behind his teammate. As Akflasher again struggles through Ascari. Does not like that turn. No other battles throughout the track, so the battle is for the lead and to Mercedes. So Kinich almost didn't get the DRS in it, a couple of tenths away. I'll just try and save my battery now. Just keep in the DRS to save that battery. Because if he wants this win, he has to. Well, he should know Paul lights flashing, so he's on 3%. So Kinich can get close enough. Late on, with a good amount of battery, he can get past. And it looks like Fusion Gamer is dropping back here. 1.4 seconds of the gap. Also, he pulls on the soft tyre, but the gap wasn't really increasing when Kinich was behind. Poe in the DRS just about hanging on in there. And it is exactly what Pete is doing, just saving that battery. Paul is giving it everything. In a lap, well, in a couple of laps time, we could see a three-wheel battle with Fusion Gamer on track. Kinich is using the battery a bit. Be a late move if he does, but I'm not expecting one. They both break a little bit too late, a tiny bit too deep. Still decent enough. Did Poe make a move? No, he's closing in. No. And I think Haas of Scotty just made a mistake there. Very slow on the minimap. Still in the DRS, back through the field. Akflasher is well, both out of DRS. So only a couple of laps to go then to finish off the 7GR week. Oh, big lock up from Fusion Gamers. Akflasher is into the pits. It's a wing change for Akflasher. So Lyons and Lenny will be promoted up a place. And Poe is maybe looking at a podium. It won't be settled right here, because obviously that incident earlier with Fusion Gamer spinning out Winter Cookout. So this is the battle to watch then. as the Mercedes battle has ended. Again, just pulling away a little bit again. So Paul has recovered a bit of ERS and has now managing this race. Kunic is very close and he could go for the move here. Or is he going to tactically stay behind? No, he's going to go for it. He is now up to P2 and looks like he's getting locked up again to turn 1. Maybe Paul playing the tactic there of just letting him through to overtake on the last lap. See this a lot here at Monza. Paul, we saw Paul a few laps ago burning everything he had in that battery, and the last couple of laps he's just recovered a little bit. So he's definitely set himself up for the finale. Again, not using any. Crucially does the sky very nicely, just burning a bit, just make sure he is close enough. So here we go then. So Paul will go for it here. Both burning. Here comes the DRS. Final lap. This is for the win. Paul's not going to be close enough this time, but he will have another chance. Kunic has saved enough ERS to defend that one. As Paul's tyres will be going off now at the 12 lap lull, but they still will be up there with the mediums performance. So no ERS for Paul. Very well. Kunic just has a little bit more. That is not a good call, Paul, and I think this is all Pete's to lose now. Yeah, Paul not close enough. Unless we see some late drama like we did yesterday. All looks done and dusted. Fusion Gamer comes past the last corner and crosses line and first, but he has that penalty. So Kunic is your winner today. Paul in P2. Can Poe get that podium? No, he can't, but they're still not decided. We'll say stewards will have something to say. Podgy comes home P5 in the end. That's a good recovery drive. Scotty in P6. Lions would be a bit disappointed to finish 7th after qualifying at P2. Lenny will also be a bit disappointed to finish in 8th. Ackflasher in 9th. And obviously Winter Cookout had that incident with Fusion Gamer, and it looks like he's going to give us a donut or two before we finish off this week here at 7GR. So not a too bad race. Let's see if Kunic has catapulted himself into the title fight. He has missed a race or two, I think. So no, not quite, but he's maybe in contention. I mean, there's a few rounds to go yet. The time is running out, but it's a good point haul for Paul, who will now take the lead of a championship. So there we go, there is your finishing order. Kunic is your winner. Paul in P2, Fusion Gamer will run off the podium. Poe in 4th, Podgy in 5th, Scotty in 6th, Lions with the fastest lap in P7, Lenny in P8, Ack Flasher in 9th, Winter Cookout in 10th, Dan's Man in 11th, Stingers in 12th, Dylan in 13th, Jay Hutchison will round off the grid. So thank you all for watching. And we'll see you on Tuesday, hopefully, for Tier 1's race at Bahrain. So thank you very much for watching. Now we'll end it there. Good night.